is wrong with this? Okay, let's see, guys. Can you guys hear me? Let's see. Guys, I'm having technical difficulties, but this live will happen. Hi, Glenn. Can you hear me, Glenn? Because I was having issues with my internet. You can. Okay, so you guys can. So, welcome to the live, guys. I had to go and find another way to get this live going today. And so, when I tell you that things will happen and they will try and stop you when you're trying to do something that you're trying to grow in, and I'm trying to grow here with these lives, guys. So, I'm happy to be here. So let's get started. And I want to let some other people know that I'm actually on this live because there was a couple of people on here and I think they left the live. I can see the messages here. So I'm not going to say I think I know they left the live. So let me let them know. Give me a minute. You guys just bear with me because we're going to have a great time today. We are actually talking about those Amazon packages. And if you see them behind me, you can see that this one says return it. This one says, why did I buy it? And this one says, keep it. So that's the game we're going to be playing tonight. And I'm actually going to be holding up a couple of signs to ask you guys, what do y'all think the situation should be like? And we're just going to answer. We're going to have fun. We're going to go back down memory lane from when we were children, and we're going to just have a blast, guys. And I got to get used to this laptop I'm using. I had to go and find my old laptop because the other thing I had, my phone and the other laptop, it wasn't working. I couldn't get in. So now I'm using something different. So you bear with me because when I tell you that Murphy will knock on your door and try and stop you from doing what it is you have to do. You know that old Murphy law, don't you? So I'm speaking here on this. I'm trying to talk directly to the camera. I'm a little not used to this here. So let me make these phone calls, let these individuals know that I am on live. And thank you guys for being patient. And thank you guys for coming back in. Thank you. And hello, Latia. Hello again, Glenn. You're always so supportive. Let me make this call. And I turned my phone off because I was struggling to get this to work, guys. I am just so glad I made it here. And what you all don't know is that last night my granddaughter was extremely sick and I was up all night at the hospital. So it just looked like everything was trying to stop me. But I have recently made a commitment to come here on these lives. And I said I was going to not let anything stop me. And boy, is the devil trying. Boy, is the devil trying. Give me a minute, guys. Boy, is the devil trying. I tell you what, you have to push hard when you want something. God gonna ask you how bad do you want it? He gonna ask you how. Sometimes it's not even the devil. Sometimes it's God asking how bad do you want it, honey. And you can't. You know, one thing I don't like doing is breaking promises to myself. I don't like breaking promises to you, but honey, a person that can break a promise to themselves, that's a whole nother type of person. So yeah, I had to show up today for myself and for you guys. So give me a minute. Let me make this call. I said that earlier, but I'm going to make it this time. So let's see. All right, you guys, I'm going to make this call and we're going to get started after this call. It's my live, guys. I can do what I want on it. So I guess I can make phone calls, and I'm making one. This is so weird. I never thought that there would be while I'll be on live making a phone call. So let's see what happens here. She's gonna be like, "We were on there." Hey, honey, I'm actually live right now. So if you could tell everybody I'm on here, and I'm sorry, I had internet issues. I had to go and find another device to come on, but I'm back. All right, thanks. All right, guys, I made that call. So I'm going to wait for a few minutes and just talk to you two because I think there's two people in here. Yeah, there is right now. And I'm just going to talk to you guys. So, how was your day today, Latia? How was your day today, if you're still there? And Glenn, how was your day today? It was a beautiful day here in Alabama. I tell you what, the weather was so beautiful today. If I had to guess, I think it was in the upper 70s. It was really nice today. I'm going to turn my phone off because I don't want anybody calling. Okay. That was my niece letting her friends know that I was back on live. So they're going to be in here shortly and I'm going to explain things. Okay. It was a beautiful day here. Good. Good. What was your weather like there? Was it sunny? Was it windy? What was it? Where are you? Where are you again, Glenn? I forgot. Trying to remember these details. And Latia said, all is well. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have a couple more people join and then I'm going to explain tonight's game. I'm so excited. I had to change my whole setup. You guys, I was so organized. When I tell you I had everything set out, I was so organized. When I tell you that things will happen and you got to be prepared, I was prepared in a sense. And I guess I was because I had other options, so I didn't panic. I was like, wait a minute, how can I make this happen? I was on the phone, on my phone with Chat GTP, whatever that stuff is, and what is it? How do you say it? Chat GPT or whatever it is. Anyway, I was asking and they couldn't give me a good solution. Everything they told me to do, I tried and it wasn't working. So I just assumed it was the internet. Good, good, good. Okay, we still have two people in the room, guys. I'm just going to wait for a couple of more to join so that someone other than just the three of us will know how to play this game. I had to actually write those words on those boxes backwards. This is so crazy, guys. See, I had to actually, this is, well, there go my design. Well, hey, those are my props I spent all day making and writing, but this one right here is actually still here. So it says return it. And I guess I could go back there and we don't just let those props stay on the floor today. We are not going back, honey. We've had enough things to try and stop us today. I get up from this chair, who knows, the whole thing might fall apart. So we're going to leave that alone. We're going to put this little cardinal right there and let that cardinal watch over us tonight. We already had enough things happening on this live. And here we go. I'm going to sit this up here. I'm still trying to prepare this computer. Hello, Julia. How are you? I want to apologize. I was having internet issues. Thanks for those hearts. She came right in giving me those hearts. I feel the love, guys. And that was a reminder. Thank you so much. You guys hit those hearts for me. Hit those hearts for me because it's been a starter. When I tell you, you guys should have seen me running around saying, oh my gosh, I said I was going live. I don't want to break my word. I don't want to break my word to you. I don't want to break my word to myself. So guys, we're here. We're back. We're back. So we get my little notes together. Yes, I have some notes because I have so many things I want to go over with you guys and I want to play the game with you all. But tonight we're going to have a lot of fun. Like I said, we're going to expose a little information about ourselves, about how we open packages at the door. And we sometimes don't even know what packages are coming to the door. Have you guys ever noticed that maybe your spouse or maybe you yourself are just going crazy ordering so many things from Amazon? How many of you all think that you're ordering a little bit too much from Amazon and you may need to pull back some? How many of y'all think that? Let me see what y'all got to say about that. Wait for a couple of answers here, guys. I'm learning how to be a little more patient lately. We can all work on ourselves. So yes, Coach Gwendolyn is learning patience at her age. Learning never stops. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, roof, baby, I ain't no dog. So yes, I'm out here learning and growing, and I think it's important to continue to learn and grow throughout life, because life doesn't stop. Just because you hit a certain age or you hit a certain stage or certain things happen in your life, you've got to keep living life. You just can't be alive, honey. You got to live. So yeah, and part of living is growing and changing and healing and recognizing where we can improve ourselves on, and where we can make improvements in our lives. So never stop growing, never stop changing, never stop improving, honey, because you're worth it. You're worth having everything in this world that you desire. You're worth having a happy, peaceful life. And we have Brittany. Hello, Brittany, and thank you for joining. So we have three people. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the rules for you guys again. So tonight, we're talking about those Amazon boxes that keep coming in the mail. We're going to be talking about why do we order certain things. So, and those things that we order, we want to ask ourselves, one, why did we buy it? So I'm going to explain a situation to you all of something that might come in the mail, something you might have ordered, and we're really going to dissect it. We want to know, why did you buy certain things, and you're going to be thinking about some of these things yourself. I have some examples here of some things that I've purchased in the past, and I hope that maybe they can connect the things you've done. So we're going to try that. And another one is return it. Okay. Is it something that you think you should return? That's one of the questions there. I want you to answer that, okay? And I'm going to give you a good scenario as to why it was purchased, and you're going to make a decision, and you're going to put yourself in those shoes. You know how they say you got to walk in the shoes or walk in someone else's shoes. You're going to be walking in the shoes that I explained today. And another one is, so I said return it. The other one is, do I keep it? Everything we purchase doesn't have to go back. Every purchase is not a bad purchase, guys. So some purchases will say, I think we should keep that one. Some may say, no way. We need to return that. We should have known better, okay? And then the other one again, why the heck did I buy that? Because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I've literally heard the UPS man, Amazon man, whoever that's those people come to my door, UPS, they'll knock on the door, they'll run because they're so freaking quick. I've never seen anybody move that quick. I wonder if they give those guys and ladies a speed test. Like they say, okay, you got to make it back to the truck. Go, because they're so quick. But anyway, by the time I get to the door, I get that package. I look at it, and I'm like, who ordered this? I don't remember ordering this. Have y'all ever did that before? Okay, so that's what we're playing today. We're getting ready to get started in this game. All right. And let me get my like I said, I had to get reorganized today because everything fell apart. So here we go. Question number 1 in the game of keep it, return it, or why did I buy that darn thing in the first place, guys? So here we go. We have over here, and I have a lot of items on the chair for you guys, so I'm going to be picking them up. We're on Amazon, and we order a planner, okay? We order a planner. Not only do we order this planner, but we have several planners already at home, just like mine, that has blank pages. So, in the case against the person who ordered the planner, should they ask, why did I buy it? Because we're trying to analyze some things, because buying a package or buying all these things, they have something behind it. It's not just about buying. There's a reason why we're buying so much stuff, and we're things we don't even use. Okay, there's a reason. We're going to get down to the bottom of this today, because honey, our money don't come easy, and we don't need to be throwing it out the door. Not only does our money not come easy, but we are here to heal and grow and recognize where we have room to improve. And I think this is one of those areas that a lot of us need improvement in. We need to understand the underlying reason as to why we are out here making purchases. Like, we've just lost our minds. Let's see who else we got here. Okay. So, in the case of that, would you all say we should return it because we have several of them already, and the one we have, or the one we haven't even written in all the pages yet, or should we keep it? What do you guys say? keep it, return it? Well, why in the heck did I buy it? What do you guys say? What do you guys think about that one? What do y'all think? Okay, we got return it from Julia. Thank you so much for answering, Julia. Thank you so much. Okay, and on that one, I think now, and the answer can go either way, y'all. But basically, the ones that I think are correct, and I'm going to tell you all. And they said, "Ask why did I buy it, and then return it." Okay, we got you, Brittany. Thank you so much for that answer, and that's not a bad answer. So I think here the question is, why in the heck did we buy another journal binder, or or either a planner? Why do we buy another planner? I always call these journals, I don't know why, but they're planners. Why do we buy another one? And that's the question, because if you haven't filled out the first one, why are you buying another one? And I think that a lot of times people do that because they want to get organized. They think buying a planner is going to cause organization, but in reality, it doesn't. So if you're buying the planner to be organized and you're not using it, then you're not even getting organized. You're just somebody, again, that's out here making plans to do something that you're not going to do, and you're not taking action. And that's a situation. So I'm going to need you guys to look around. If you are that person who's sitting at your home, you have all of these planners, but you haven't gotten your life organized, you're missing appointments, you're doing, you're showing up late for things. You need to look at the reason why you're not getting your life in order. Okay, you can't just keep purchasing things and thinking that the purchases are going to cause instantaneous uh, improvements in your life that's going to get you organized. That's not going to be the case. So that's the kind of things we're looking at. I'm pulling out some things that I know a lot of people are commonly doing. We're constantly ordering. And I know a lot of women. Now, I don't know about the men. If you're a man and you know people, just type in there, type in the comments. I know men that are doing it too. But I know women that are sitting at their homes with several of these planners, and they are just as unorganized as possible. Okay, so check into your life, check into your friends, and see if they're one of the people that are trying to get their life together, but they're really not organizing it because they think that a quick purchase, time after time after time after time, of a planner is going to organize their life. And that's not the case, guys. So, and Latia, you said rent it. What does rent it mean? I purchased it and the year expired in 2025. Yeah, and that's the thing we do too. We go and buy a whole new planner because the year on it changed. Honey, that's a waste. All you do is change the year. You know what year you're in. You can look at, you don't have to have a year that says it. So yeah, we've got to get better with our spending, and we've got to get better organized in our lives. Okay. So we're gonna go to the next one, guys. And I am glad you guys are here with me. Y'all tap them hearts for me. Let me see some hearts, guys. So the next thing is this, and I know a lot of y'all probably have these right here. Mm-hmm. How many of y'all sitting at the house with tons and tons and tons of these? Y'all know what these are? These are batteries. Have you ever just went to the store and just bought batteries because you think you need batteries? So if you're out here buying batteries, you already got some of that junk drawer. Y'all have that junk drawer at home? How many of y'all have a junk drawer at home? Let me hear you say I. Type I in the comments if you have a junk drawer at home where you just throw things in the drawer. Let me hear you say I. Do you say yes, my husband? Let me see how many eyes. Brittany got an eye. Just throw all the junk drawer that has everything in it. And see, that's the thing. If you already have batteries in the junk drawer, and okay, return it, okay, but no batteries, okay. So you, again, what's stopping you from going to look to see if you have batteries? You already had batteries in, and now you're ordering more on Amazon because you say, oh, I need more batteries because the battery in the remote control for the television is getting weak. We've got to get up and stop being so lazy, because they have made it so convenient to just hit that purchase button on Amazon, on TikTok. Every app has made it so easy to just purchase. But that to me seems like it's a person who's moving too fast. So I would say if you are a person who's actually out here buying things over and over again that you already have, slow down. Slow down. So you all said that it means let's see, return it. That's what Latia said. She said return it. And the answer for that one would be, I would say return it, yes, but the question is, why did you buy it? So you got to ask yourself, when you're doing things that are unnecessary, and this particular game is unnecessary, it made no sense. You got to ask yourself, why did you buy it? Why didn't you just go to the junk drawer in the kitchen and get a new battery? You understand what I'm saying? Why didn't you just go get a battery out the junk drawer, wherever you keep them at? Because the average person has battery packs already in their house. If I asked y'all right now if you have extra batteries in your house, how many of you can say yes to that? Yeah, and it's called being prepared. But again, if you look in your drawer, I guarantee you have double A batteries by the loads already. And to keep purchasing them, paying for batteries to come, to your door, because you have to pay for the delivery service. You have to actually pay for the batteries. That's a lot to do. And all you have to do is walk into your kitchen, look in the drawer and get some, because most of us have several packs. We just keep on buying them over and over again. We never even get to use them completely in our lifetime. Most people pass away and people clean the house out and they still got the batteries in the drawer. So that's what I'm saying. Why are we buying batteries over and over and over again when we already have plenty of batteries? And I get it. You want to be prepared, but how prepared do you have to be to end up with 10, 15, 20 packs of batteries in a drawer? So that would be, in my opinion, why. So yeah, but I do agree. You should be prepared and you should have extra, but you shouldn't have that many. So that's what I was saying. It's just a lot. I've seen that when I grew up. My mother, she had a lot. My daughter did a lot of batteries just sitting in the drawer. And I'm like, she's constantly bringing more batteries home, having them come through the mail. So that's the reason why I use the batteries. I've seen that happen. So our next question is, and this is a nice one. Let's say, and we want to know if we're going to keep it, if we're going to return it, or we're going to ask why did we buy that. So these are the next items I want to show you guys. Let's say, for instance, you purchase some nice tea for yourself, some soft lotion to rub all over you, make yourself soft and smell good. And then you buy yourself a candle. So that's what we're making on Amazon. We get a candle because we're going to have a day where we smell good, we feel soft, we're relaxed because of the tea, and the aroma from the candle is just a whole nother level of therapy. And we don't have this already at home. So we purchased this for a day of relaxation, and it gets to the house. Is that something that we should return? Should we ask, why did I buy that? Or do we keep it? Let me see what you guys say about that one. I'm going to hold up the right answer. Let's sit this candle there because I can be clumsy sometimes, guys, and I can drop things so easily. We're going to sit that glass back there, and we're going to sit mine. This is one of my favorite teas, by the way. I love this tea. Ooh, and you don't even have to add sugar to this tea. It's so good, guys. It's caffeine free. So y'all want to see that again? Okay, Julia said keep it. Let's see what else y'all say. We got to keep on the line. What else we got? We'll give y'all a little bit of time. Then I'm going to answer that for you all. Let's see. We got keep it. We got 2 keep it's. Okay, y'all, thank you so much to hit those hearts, hit those hearts, hit those hearts. Well, here you guys go. It's keep it. It is nothing wrong with getting some things that brings you peace, that brings you relaxation. That's a good thing, guys. That is a good thing because, like I said, you don't have a lot of that already. But the problem is if you are that person that continuously buys these items over and over and over again till like you have a closet full of candles, a cabinet full of tea, tons of different lotions. I mean, it's just a lot. And the thing is that we're trying to watch our money and we're trying to look behind the reason as to why we're spending a lot on certain things. So if you're just being, responsible to order these things for relaxation, that's a keeper. That's a keeper. You light that candle, you sip that tea, and you get that skin soft, honey, and enjoy yourself because you deserve it. So that's not an issue. So let's see what the next one is, guys. Y'all ready? Let me get y'all to tap those hearts and let me see it. So yeah, Latia, you was right. Brittany, you were right. Julia, you were right. You guys did great. Congratulations on those answers. And I hope you're learning something from these things that I'm telling you, because some people are purchasing and they're not overspending, or they're not doing it because they have something going on behind the scene emotionally. Okay. Because a lot of times we purchase things because of the way we feel, what we've been through. You ever just sat down and said, I'm ordering this because I deserve it? Have you ever just done that? And that's what I'm talking about when we see the emotion behind it. Or maybe you're that person that has ordered something because you're sad, or you're lonely, or you're depressed. There are so many underlining emotions that could go behind the reason why every time you look up, there's another box at the door. Somebody's ringing the doorbell to deliver something else to your house. You have so many boxes in your house, you know, you got to break them down. You only have places to store the stuff you have now because you constantly keep buying and buying and buying, and you're buying because of emotions. You're trying to fulfill something that's going on with you instead of fixing it. And so that's what this is about. This is about saving money. It is also about finding those underlying conditions. So I want you to really pay attention to what we're talking about today, because this is an eye opener. Okay. So let's see here. Let's go to the next one. So let's see. We did the batteries, and we did the tea. So the next thing we want to do is we're actually going to be looking at the next item. Let's see which one it is. All right, guys. Now I'm going to give you another scenario. Here we go. Y'all, who can tell me what this is? Let's see who the first one to tell me what this is. Come on, guys. Who knows what this is? I know y'all going like, everybody knows what that is, but let's see who can type the fastest. Who knows what this is? Let's see who knows. Somebody tell me what this item is. Okay, guys, this here is a charger. No one typed that fast. I don't know why I didn't see it. Okay, thank you, Julia. Came in with a charger. She even has the emoji to match. Good job, Julia. Thank you so much. Now, let's say this charger, and this happens to me all the time. And if you know me, you know me. I lose either the charger or the phone more so than the charger. But now, when we lose our phones, we don't go buy a new phone, do we? I mean, I look for that sucker over and over until I find it. I have people call it. I'm hollering, hey Siri, hey Siri. And so she can say, huh? Or whatever she says. And then I'll go find that phone when I hear her voice. Or I'll try and see if someone's around me that can call and have it ring. So I'm always going to find that phone. But when we lose these chargers, sometimes we go and buy new ones. And so let's say we lose the charger and we order another from Amazon. Here's the question. Why did I buy it? Return it? Or keep it? What do y'all think the answer is? Let me see who gets the answer first, guys, and come on, hit those hearts. What do we do with that charger once we lose it and we immediately go to Amazon and hit purchase? What do we do? What do we do, guys? We lost the charger. We lost that charger, guys. What do we do? Keep it for a backup. Okay, Brittany, that's a good idea. Keep it for a backup. So you're saying keep it. Okay, we got one keep. What else we got, guys? Do we return it? Do we ask why we bought it? Or what do we do, guys? Okay, we got to keep it from Julia. Okay, we got to keep it. Okay, so what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to ask a question. And that question is, why did we buy another charger? And I'm going to tell you why. So you're probably going, what do you mean, why did we buy a charger? We lost the charger. That's why we bought a charger. But let me tell you something. We lost this charger in the house. I did put that on there. Let me make sure I tell you guys that we lost this charger in our house. So the charger is in the house. It's lost. And does that change anyone's answer? I'm going to count to 5. If you want to change your answer, change it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so everybody say keep it. I want to tell you what you should have done. You should have looked harder because just like I said earlier, you want to ask yourself, and this one right here was why did you buy it? Why did you buy it? That's the answer. And I'm going to hold it up for you guys. Why did you buy another charger? That charger's in that house. And I think we need to take out the time and be patient, more patient, and find it. Because I will tell you this right here, I never rebuy a charger. I actually find. I never rebuy the phone. I actually find it. I never rebuy the remote control. I actually find it. It's probably inside the cushions of the couch or underneath the couch. But we got to put more time into being patient to find these things, okay? And that's just why I said that, because now there's some situations where, okay, maybe you have to go and buy another charger when you lose it, but the average charger is right there in your house. You just got to bend that back and get down under that bed sometimes and grab that broom and sweep it from under that bed. But that charger is there. So I'm just trying to say we have to have more patience, and we have to actually put in a more effort to find those things that we've lost, because again, that could be a sign of just being kind of a little bit lazy, you know? That's just my opinion. Let's see here. Okay. And she said no. Why do you say no, Latia? And your opinion matters. Mine ain't always right. Why do you say no? It's our phone. We panic without one. We do. And that's the word I used earlier, Julia, that word patience. We've got to learn patience in so many areas of our life. And it could start with that charger. I don't know what's happening to the people in the world today, self included, but we are so impatient. Like, I can't find them. I'm just going to go order another one. Then before that charger gets there, way before it gets there, you go, dang, it was right there. As my mom used to say, if it was a snake, it would have bit me. That charge is always found before that purchase gets there. Then you have another charger, which is fine if you have two. But for some reason, we end up with a house full of chargers. Now, be honest with yourself. How many of y'all have about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chargers in your house for one phone? Because that's the point I'm trying to make. We have so many chargers in our house. So at what point do we really lose these chargers if now we have 3 and 4 to one phone? Be honest with me. Come on, let me hear somebody actually say, yeah, you're right. I do have. How many people have already in their house at least 2 to 3 chargers for their phone? I guarantee you, if you go in your house, you're going to find several chargers. And I'm just trying to bring up the fact that we've got to become more patient, and we've got to be more practical when it comes to spending our money. And we got to start asking ourselves, why are we literally picking up this phone, ordering this stuff on your laptop? Maybe you ordered from your laptop or wherever, your tablet. Why are we ordering things so quickly that we already have? I think the charger situation is because we don't have patience. And Judy says she does have several. And I'm glad you guys are being honest, because today and every day that we're here to be honest, because the only way to discover where we need to make improvements in our lives is if we are honest with ourselves. So, Julia, I love the fact that you're not one of those people who will say the opposite of what someone says just to be right, honey. Because if you're doing that, you're not healing, you're not growing. And what's it all for then? Because life is about improving, getting better, looking into the muddy waters and seeing where we can do better. And you just done that, Julia. And I'm so proud of you. Let's see here. We got Latia. She says, yes, you need more chargers, Latia? How many do you have right now? And if you only have one to your phone, then yes, you can have a backup at your house. But if you have more than 2 already, and you lose one, and you say, I can't find that charger, and you don't go to the room or wherever your other charger is, and you got to be, and we talk about organization, the person who always buys a planner. You got to get organized. It goes back to organizational skills. If you already know that you found that last charger before you would have bought another charger, something in you has got to say, stop, honey. Get organized. Find an area for your cords. You understand? Organization matters in your life. What is it about you that is stopping you, preventing you from being organized, from getting yourself in order? It's something's there blocking you. Now, I don't know what it is, But that's what we do as transformational coaches, as therapists. We help you remove blocks. We help you discover the reason why you're doing certain things that are hindering your life. Okay, so let's go to the next question, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this, and I hope that this is making some sense to you. And maybe the next time you purchase on Amazon or anywhere, you'll think and say, is this something that I need to send back? I will need to possibly send back, so I won't purchase it. Is this something I need or not that I don't need? You're going to start to question before you make your next purchase. And you can ask yourself, why am I purchasing this? Am I purchasing this because I don't have a relationship and I'm lonely? Am I purchasing this because I'm addicted to snacks? Am I purchasing this because I'm trying to fulfill some childhood thing that I didn't have? What is my purpose in always over purchasing or purchasing things that I really don't need, things that sit on the shelf and collect dust? I've been to people's houses and I'm going, wow, you have how many of what? No judgment, don't get me wrong, but it still makes me go, wow. Okay. So let's go with the next one. Here you go. And I wonder how many of y'all have some of this at your house, honey. Because I'm going to tell you honest to goodness truth. I have this and I haven't used this thing in over a year. Exercise equipment in our homes, treadmills in our homes, workout clothing, all of this stuff that we buy so that we can get healthier. So we buy this right here along with other things. We say we're going to work it out, work it out. We want to have muscles. We want to, do the squats and have the big BBLs naturally. We really want to get it together. We want a small waistlines. We want that hard rock chest as a man. So we're buying equipment like this, but we're not literally using it because we already have equipment at the house that we haven't used. So if we go and buy another piece of workout equipment, what do y'all think? Do we ask, why do we buy it? Or do we return it? Or do we keep it? Is there a question that we need to ask ourselves as to why we keep buying this workout equipment? Or do we just need to look at it and send it back? Or do we need to keep it and put it with the rest of our equipment that we have? Because one day we gonna get healthy. One day we gonna get fine. One day we gonna get sexy. Do we just keep purchasing and putting it there? What is the answer? What do you all think? Let's say we say 4 and I have other headphones and phones and I can't find my charger. Okay. So guys, what do we do with that exercise equipment that we buy? Do we keep it? Do we ask ourselves, why do we buy it? Or do we return it? What would y'all do with it? Got a gym in the basement. Are you using it like you need to use it, Latia? Or is it down there and you every blue moon go down there and use it, then you stop using it for months at a time? But it's not necessarily that you have the gym because it's there. My question today is, do you keep adding to a gym that you're not using? Do you keep buying, the gloves for the weights? Do you have all this cute fancy equipment? And are you even in shape enough to say that you're making a good choice that you're making good purchases? So if you're that person, I'm not saying you, Latia, I'm not calling you out on your weight or nothing like that. So I'm going to go extreme with this weight so you won't think I'm you. I'm talking about you. So if let's say you weigh 1,000 pounds, but you got this nice gym, you're still in your basement and you're still buying equipment, but you're not losing the weight and you keep gaining weight and you keep buying more equipment. Is there a time? Do you think you need to return the equipment only? Do you think you need to keep the equipment, or do you think you need to ask, why are you buying more equipment? What's behind the reasons why you keep buying without using it or seeing results? That's the question. So let's see. It's the ads. What's ads, Latia? And oh, Brittany, you asked, why did I buy it and return it? So I'm gonna tell y'all the answer there. And you are right, Brittany. You need to ask because something's going on. It's the reason why you keep buying equipment, but you're not losing the weight. You're not using the equipment. You're not seeing the results, and you're constantly spending. Okay, so I think that what you're doing there is pretty much you're buying discipline. You're buying discipline, and when you hit that order button, you're feeling like, oh, I'm about to work out. I'm about to get healthy. I'm about to get strong. And mentally, you're lying to yourself. You are lying to yourself if you're doing that. And then what happens is, as it's coming to you in the mail, and you'll say, "Oh yeah, girl," or "Guys, I went and bought all this equipment. Yeah, I'm about to do such and such. I'm about to get buff." You're doing all that talking. You're bragging about it and bragging about it, and you're feeling good about it. And you're walking in the shoes of a person that's doing the work, that's getting healthy. Until the doorbell rings, you open the box, you unveil it, and then you put it on the shelf, or you put it in the basement in your gym, or wherever you put it, and you never use it. And before you know it, you see another gadget that says, "Hey, you can get the perfect thighs if you squeeze this together like this 20 times." And now you say, "Okay, I'm about to get that. That looks easy. And that looks like I can do that." And now you got more equipment. So what you're doing is you're building a body in your mind instead of building a body in real time. You're getting healthy through a thought, which means you're not even getting healthy. Okay. So that's what I'm talking about. The person who's consistently buying this, and there's a lot of you guys out there that are buying this equipment, and you're just wasting your money, and you're not looking at the reason behind it. Yeah, you want to get healthy, you need to get healthy, but you're not disciplined. You need to work on your discipline. You can make all the purchases you want, honey, but you're not going to get that body you want, and you're not going to get those health results you want by hitting the purchase button. So if you're a person that's sitting at home or wherever you are and you have all of this equipment, take a look at yourself and ask, like Brittany says, why did I purchase this? And if you find that it may be what I just said, is that you have discipline issues that you need to get stronger with, that you need to follow through, and that you need to not make broken promises to yourself. So when you tell yourself that you're going to work out, you need to find something within you to stick with your word when you say you're going to do something. So I don't know what the blockage is as to why you want to lose weight, but the reason why you want to build your muscles and you don't. There's something there stopping you. And baby, find out what it is, because you deserve to be healthy. You deserve to have your dream body. So we're going to stop just pushing a button and ordering, and we're going to start reading or going to therapy or getting a life coach or whatever it takes. We're going to do what we need to so that we can literally do what we want to do when it comes to our health and our bodies, instead of having all this equipment laying around. So question yourself if your treadmill has become an area where you lay your clothes on and air and your shoes on top of it. You can't even see the treadmill anymore. And now you just went and bought something else when it comes to your health, but you're not using it. Okay. Pay attention to that. There's no reason for that to be happening other than more than likely you have issues with discipline. Okay, there is something behind these purchases, and we've got to learn to look past the purchase and say, "Hey, I need to discover something about myself." Because every time that doorbell rings and the package comes to the door and I can't even remember what's in the box, hmm, that's probably not something that needs to continue on in my life. Or when I look at my bank account, I can't save because I keep purchasing. I can't pay my utilities because I keep purchasing. I'm about to lose my house and my car and I can't stop purchasing. And you're not just purchasing because you need something. You're purchasing because you're trying to fulfill something else, some emotion that is guiding you to keep hitting that purchase button. And that's what I want to look at today. All purchases aren't bad purchases, and some purchases are needed purchases. And I do want you to understand that. But I'm here to make sure if you're doing this for any other reason, underlying reason, that you can find it and that you can resolve it, because you deserve that. That's what we're here to do today. So let's go to the next thing here. I want to ask a question. Remember when we were growing up? I'm going to wait on the next thing. Remember when you were growing up and your parents used to do something, and you said, when you looked at the way they did it or what they purchased, or it didn't even have to be a purchase, it's just something they did in the household, and you'd be like, when I grow up, I'm never going to do that. Can you remember something like that? I want y'all to share, because I love to go back down memory lane. And so, for instance, I'm going to tell you what I do. My mama used to save plastic bags. She used to save plastic bags. And I said, when I grow up, I'm not going to have a plastic bag or that junk drawer that I mentioned earlier. Now, the junk drawer, I have one, but it's not packed with a lot of stuff. It's very organized. It's very neat. And I do have a pack of batteries of each kind. One pack, I really do. And I have a couple of other things in that drawer, but I keep it organized because I vowed to never ever keep a junk drawer. My mom used to have mail flying out the back of the drawer, like literally open the drawer and things fly out the back into the bottom of the cabinet. And I was like, that's ridiculous, So I did say that. And now I have to say, I'm not so good on those plastic bags. Do y'all have anything like that y'all said, when I grow up, I'm never going to do that? Hello, Terrence. Hello, how are you doing? Thank you for joining me. If you guys could please hit those hearts for me. And thank you for joining me. We're playing a game, Terrence, and we're deciding if the purchases that we make on Amazon are worth keeping. Should we send it back, or should we say, wait a minute, there's some emotion behind this purchase. I need to question why I did this. There's something deep going on with me that I need to resolve. So we're looking into why that doorbell keeps ringing and Amazon keeps delivering package after package after package after package after package, things that we don't even need, things that we already have, because we've got to get a hold on that. We can't keep doing that in life. So yeah. So that's what we're doing today. And we're holding up these signs. After I ask you guys the question, you are allowed to take a guess at what the answer is. And you guys are there. They've been answering them, Terrence, and they're doing great. So yeah. So, and I asked them to tell me something that their parents did when they were a kid that they promised they would never do. And I was explaining that, I said the plastic bags. And another thing my mama used to do, she used to keep a lot of old containers. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. She would keep that butter bowl, the butter bowl with the lid on it, the parquet and all of that. And she would store food in those, and she would have all those plastic bowls in the refrigerator. You don't know what's in none of them. You can't see through them. And when you think you're getting ready to go into the refrigerator to get, some whipped cheese, whipped cream, or cottage cheese in a little container, it's gravy in one, grits in another, just saving all kind of old food. And she always had them packed and stacked in that refrigerator. And I said, when I grow up, I'm buying me some Tupperware. I'm buying me some Tupperware. I remember going to the lunchroom. Some days my mom would send me some food, some soul food to the lunchroom. And I was already embarrassed eating soul food in the lunchroom. That was one thing. But then when I had to open up that butter container and eat from it with my plastic spoon, I was humiliated, guys. I was humiliated. So I don't know if you all had some things that your parents did that you said when you grew up, you were never going to do those things again. And I pretty much eliminated most of that because my mom did some crazy stuff. Terrence, I still do. So I just want y'all to think and share something with me. I got another one here. Yeah, that's another thing. Turning the lights out. I wrote down some notes on some of the things. My mama would turn all them lights out. Y'all turn out them lights. Money don't grow on trees. We just be in a dark house watching TV in the dark. Like the lights were never on. You had to cut on the light to walk down the hall and cut it back out when you get to the other end of the hall. And I just said, you know what? I'm not gonna be, I'm not going to just leave lights on in the whole house. I'm not going to do that. But I'm not just going to be in a dark house because my mama taught me that. So yeah, I keep the lights on sometimes in certain rooms, and so that you can walk from one room to the next. And I promised myself I would never do those. So I don't know if y'all did anything. Let's see here. Terrence said, thank God for the flashlights on phones. We didn't have those when we were growing up. Yeah, that would have helped me out a lot, Terrence. You're not lying. So let's get to the next question. And we're going to do that. The midnight purchase. I don't have an example to show y'all, but let's just say it's nighttime. You're laying there, you're bored or whatever's going on, but you decide at 12 o'clock at midnight when you can't sleep to purchase something. When that item comes, should you keep it? Should you return it? Or should you be asking, why did I purchase that? Again, you're lying in your bed, you can't sleep, and now you're up purchasing things. What do you guys think? Let me see who has the first answer to that. Should you keep that item that you bought in the middle of the night, 12 o'clock midnight? Should you keep it? Should you return it? Or should you be asking, why did you buy that at 12 o'clock midnight? What do you all think? Now, we're not going to say what it is, Terrence. It's just the fact that you bought it at 12 o'clock while you were laying in the bed, bored. And that's the problem. And Jesus says, why did you purchase it? And you know what the answer is, Julia, you are correct. Why did you purchase that item in the middle of the night when you were tired? And you know what? People do it because they're tired. People do it because they have emotions, and those emotions are speaking to them loudly. Their discipline is low, or they fatigue. And when you're fatigued, it causes you to make decisions that you may have not made when you weren't fatigued. So, yeah, you need to question yourself. And one of the things we're doing is we're showing you how before you make any purchase that you question it. You say, wait a minute, do I need that? Is this something I'm going to have to send back? Or if you get it, send it back if you decide, hey, I don't need this. It's important that, again, we start to understand why we're making these purchases. And so, yeah, Julia, you are so correct with that answer there. Let's see the next thing we want to do here. So here we go. Let's say, I like this one, guys. I like this one. You find a nice shirt. This is an old t-shirt. I just want to hold it. I just want to show off my t-shirt. I used to love this t-shirt. And I remember buying it from Lane Bryant. I remember. This is the t-shirt, guys. I bought this t-shirt. I thought it was so cute. And it still is. It still is. And look. When you rub the stuff like this, it turned gold like that. See, it turned. Then you turn it back. And I was like, ooh, I was like a kid when I found this shirt. I was like, ooh, that's so cool. I like that. So you see that they have a shirt on sale. There's a shirt on sale. And you buy it just because. Now, I said just because it's on sale. Do you keep it? Do you return it? Or do you ask, why did I buy that shirt? Okay, Latia said, why did I buy that shirt? Why did I buy that shirt? Anybody else has an answer? Let's see who else has an answer. Why did I buy the shirt? Why did I buy that shirt? Return it. You definitely want to return it, but the answer is you've got to ask, why did you buy a shirt? Simply because it was on sale. I know somebody, I know a lot of people that will come and brag about, oh, I bought X, Y, and Z, and it was on sale. And my next question was if it was on sale, did you need it? And they go, no, but you can't find this nowhere at this price. How many of y'all know somebody that'll say an answer just like that? No, because you can't find nothing like this at this price. This is a good purchase. But no, I didn't need another can opener, but this is better than the one I got. And I go, well, how's that better? Does it open it fast to open it? No, it doesn't, but it looks better. So ask yourself, why are you purchasing something just because it's on sale? And I'll tell you what it does. People who do that, in my opinion, they usually want to look smart. You don't have to make unnecessary purchases to look smart if you're smart. Okay? So they brag about how they made these great purchases, but it's not a great purchase if you don't need it. So yeah, you need to be asking yourself, why am I walking around bragging about making purchases that I don't even need that are on sale? Yeah, they love a sale, honey. They really do. But a sale is not a sale if it's not something that you can use. And you've got to ask yourself, why are you constantly buying things on Amazon? Oh, they mark this down, they mark that down, they mark every time there's a markdown, you're ordering, and now you got markdowns all in your house. You need to check your emotions and find out why you're doing that, okay? So, yeah, let's see the next thing we're going to get here. Okay. Oh, I bet you guys are very familiar with this one. Y'all ready for this one? Y'all ain't ready for this one. Are you ready for this one? This one probably everybody in here going to be able to connect to the next thing that I pull out. I don't know many people who will not. So let's get ready to get this next item. Let me bring it closer to me. Give me a drum roll, y'all. Matter of fact, I'm not going to show the next item until I get some hearts. Give me some hearts. Give me some hearts. Give me some hearts. I want to blow this little item up. Y'all going to want to see this item. I don't see no hearts. Y'all ain't seeing this next item. I don't see no hearts. Y'all not seeing. Okay, I see some hearts. That's all I'm going to get. Y'all better give me some more hearts. I see the drum roll. I better get some more hearts. Y'all better hit them hearts. Come on now. Come on, y'all. I see people in this room. Hit them hearts. Okay, this next item here. Hold on. Let's see something. My phone ring. Let's see what's going on here. That's my granddaughter, guys. I'm going to answer the phone. Y'all going to hear how cute she is. Hold on a minute. Hey, sweet May May.
Hi.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to practice. I'm trying to practice my beatboxing.
You're trying to practice your beatboxing. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Let me hear your beatboxing. I can't hear it, May May. Make it louder. Oh, that's nice, May May. How did you learn that? All right, Nana's gonna call you back, okay? Keep practicing your beatboxing, okay?
Okay.
I love you. Good luck with that.
Okay.
Okay. Oh gosh, when my grandkids call, I just have to answer the phone, guys. And she told me she was practicing her beatboxing. And she was. She knew how to do it. That is so cool. Okay, guys. So we got them hearts, and thank you. We got people posting heart emojis. That is so sweet. Thanks, guys. Like, that's probably for May May. That's probably not for me, but thanks for them anyway. Okay, so the next item, do we keep it? Do we question why we got it? Or do we send it back? Here's the item, guys. Good old mugs, coffee mugs. How many of you guys love mugs? My sister bought me this one right here. She called me the bed witch. I don't know why. I'm going to have to ask her that. But how many of you guys have coffee mugs? Let me see who has coffee mugs, who love coffee mugs. And do we keep it? We just found that it was cute. We said, hey, I want that coffee mug. And it's just a coffee mug. We don't have a lot of them, but we love that coffee mug. We might have 2 or 3 or 4, not a lot. Do you keep this beautiful coffee mug? Or do we send it back, or do we question ourselves why do we ever purchase it? That's definitely a why. I have a lot of water cups. I love a cup, mug, whatever. Okay, guys. So now the question is, keep in mind, the question is, we don't have a lot in this scenario, even though Brittany says she has a lot of them. The scenario here is that we don't have a lot, but we purchase one. So do we keep this beautiful coffee mug, or do we question it, or do we send it back? Okay, guys, since we don't have a lot, we get to keep that coffee mug. There's nothing wrong with a good old coffee mug, but like Brittany said, if you have a cabinet full of coffee mugs, and when you open the cabinet, they all fall on the floor. Now you got a whole nother cabinet you had to start. You don't have room for pots, for plates, for bowls, for glasses. You don't have room for anything that literally is going to have a good usage in it. And now those things are falling off the cabinet too, because you're using cabinet space for the coffee mugs that you keep buying, because every time something has a new saying on it or a new picture on it, you buying and buying and buying and buying and buying. Then if that was the scenario, Brittany, we would have had to stop and ask ourselves, why are we buying so many coffee mugs? What are we trying to satisfy? What are we trying to hide? What are we trying to mask? Because when you start to over purchase items, you have to start to think, why am I doing that? Why do I have 100 mugs? And if you start to add up how much those mugs cost, and you start to see if you're still opening the door for more mugs, honey, you got to stop and ask yourself, why am I buying so many mugs? Yeah, that's something you got to ask yourself. So, because I'm telling you, somehow, some way, I guarantee you, when you open that cabinet to see all those mugs falling at you, your joy became clutter. I guarantee you it became clutter. But when you first buy them, it feels good. But when you have to start storing it with the other ones that you bought and finding space for it and catching them as they fall out the cabinet, you just going, dang, what do I put this? Why does this one fit? I got so many that I gotta stop. Have you ever had that moment, Brittany, where you said, I just got too many, I gotta stop buying these things? Have you ever had that moment, Brittany? Have you ever had that moment where those mugs got questioned, got called clutter, and you literally said, I've got to stop? You got to look at something. You got to ask yourself, why are you purchasing so many mugs? Do you do that when you're sad? Do you do that when you're upset? Do you do that when you feel like you deserve something special for something you earned in life? What is the reason? Are you doing it because maybe when you grew up, you didn't have a lot of mugs and you used to see people have mugs and you wanted some? What is the reason as to why? Maybe there is no reason. Maybe you just love mugs and don't give a darn and you're just going to keep purchasing them. But just take a look and see, why am I doing this? Because again, it does get costly. It does become clutter, and a lot of times it's an emotion behind the spending that we do. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that you have something going on. I'm not saying that you do. I'm not saying that you don't. But check into why you have so many of those. Start questioning yourself. And if you can't find out why, at least question each time you purchase one again and say, do I really need these? And even ask yourself, do I need to start giving some of these mugs away to some people who could actually utilize them? Why am I storing something I can't even use all these mugs? I can't drink out of all these mugs. As a matter of fact, I have so many that I can't even see them because they're stacked in front of one another. And some of them are put in areas that I can't even see anymore because I had to remove them in order to keep them. Honey, check the clutter. I'm guaranteeing you there's probably something behind why you keep purchasing those mugs. Okay, so let's get to the next one. We buy these gadgets. We just buy these gadgets that we think are going to help us. Okay, our mind says, "Oh, that little gadget there is going to help me." Like I remember, I bought the little pop it thing that you pop. It's like this little piece of rubber. You go, you keep popping them down. And I remember having that handball that you squeeze like this. You ever had that one? I didn't have any problems with my hands. I just bought the ball. So I found myself buying gadgets, just gadgets. So if you're buying gadgets because you think they're going to be useful, and you notice that you're starting to accumulate these gadgets that are not even useful once they get here in the mail, you play one for 2 minutes and you send them to the side. Have you ever bought gadgets, used them for a couple of minutes, and I ain't even talking about days, you literally open them and use them for about a couple of minutes or an hour or so, or then you toss it to the side, and you find yourself buying the next common or popular gadget that comes out. You just always buy a popular gadget, a Rubik's Cube, not because you're a kid and want to play with it, but just because, they tell you there's therapy. So you buy it and then it sits on the shelf. Have you found yourself just constantly buying things because it's been marketed properly? And now once you get it, you have no use for real? Like there was no medical use for it. It's not calming to you. It's just popular and everyone else had it. So now you have it. Y'all ever did that before? Okay, some have been gifts. And I get a lot of those cups for gifts. This one right here was a gift. But once I get about 50 of these gifts, Brittany, and they're falling out of my cabinet, I'm considering them clutter. And I used to be so attached to them because certain people gave them to me. But if it's clutter, and then not only is it clutter, it really is not like it's a diamond ring. It's not a family heirloom. It was a gift. And once the gift has no usage, a gift can be re-gifted to someone. Because my mom always told me, she said, if you want to get some blessings, she said, give away what you have that you don't need. And you'll see a lot of things come back into your life that you need. So when you give what you don't need away, God replaces that with something that you need, and it's called blessings. So what I would say again is, if it's not a sentimental value attached to some of that stuff, I would get rid of some of it and make room for some new blessings in my life. That's just how I see it. So I do get rid of things when I see them starting to accumulate, and that's including clothing. I'll be like, wait a minute, if I'm getting ready to go purchase some new clothes, let me help someone out and bless somebody with what I have. And I kid you not, somehow, some way, I get re-blessed with things I give away. If not the same thing, something else, because I pay attention to my blessings. So yeah, that clutter is a sign that someone else needs to benefit from your blessings so that you can get different blessings in return. Okay. So just kind of look at it like that. If it's not something that really has a lot of sentimental value attached to it, just declutter. Just, that's just my opinion. If that helps you, good. So we were talking about the gadgets. Do we return them, or do we keep them, or do we ask why we got it? And I remember I had a friend who bought me a nail kit, and she know who I'm talking about. If she watches this live, or she hears this live, or she's on this live, she gave me a nail kit. I didn't buy it. She bought it for me, and I tried to do my nails with this kit. Ugh, nightmare. I had these nails, they were all lopsided. They were a hot mess. They were hideous. And they were on my fingernails. I couldn't get them back off. And I kept that gift for a long time. I kept that gift for a long time. And I had several young girls who wanted that. They begged me for it. I was like, no, my friend gave it to me, so I can't give it away to anybody. My friend gave it to me, so I can't give it away to anybody. Finally, I said to myself, why are you holding on to something just because someone gave it to you? Bottom line is, I still have it. And as I talk to you today, I'm saying because so many young girls who actually know how to do nails can't utilize, they can't use it and maybe make money and maybe pay their bills because I'm holding this kid hostage because a friend gave it to me. And I don't even wear artificial nails. And it's not because something's wrong with it. It's just that I chose to stop doing it because it's, to me, I just thought it was costly and time consuming. So I was like, no, I'm gonna live a simpler life. I could be doing something else with my time. So I pushed that out of my life. And that's the reason why she bought it for me, because she was like, well, if you're not going to be going to the nail studio, the nail salon, and you want to save time, you can just do it at home. She had all the best intentions, but I just could not learn how to do my nails. So that's what I'm talking about when I say holding on to things and blessings. And it was a blessing when she gave it to me. Now, I really hope that if she hears this or sees it, that she gives me permission to bless somebody else with something that's sitting in a closet collecting dust, you know. And if she doesn't, I'm going to have to make an executive decision one day, because why am I holding on to something that I'm never going to use? So that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, when we have things that we don't use, such as gadgets, and I'm going to call it the nail kit a gadget. It was a gadget. It was something I got. I didn't need it because I couldn't use it. If I could have used it, I would have needed it. So yeah, I think you should return. You should actually. But I didn't buy that. But if you're buying gadgets, ask yourself why you're buying those gadgets. Okay. So let's go here. Then we're gonna move to this next one here, and I wonder how many of y'all do this. How many of y'all buy vitamins after vitamins after vitamins? You got a lot in your cabinet, and sometimes you have 2 or 3 vitamin E's, 5 or 6 vitamin K's, 2 packs of iron bottles of vitamins. You have so many multiple packs of vitamins of the same kind, but you just keep on buying it. How many of you all do that? And if you had to go to the door today and get another one out that you already have, would you think that you need to return it? Do you think you need to ask yourself why you keep buying vitamins over and over again? What is your deal with that? Or do you need to keep them? Keep it, return it, or question why? What's your answer? Be a blessing. Okay, that's right. Be a blessing. Thank you, Latia. I love you. I love you. I love you, Latia. So what do you guys do? If you're ordering more vitamins in the mail with Amazon and they get to the house, do you keep it? Do you question it? Or do you return it? What do y'all say? Julia said question it. You question it. What do you say, Latia? Let me hear what you got to say, Latia. Okay. The answer to that one is you question it. You question, why are you buying so many vitamins? I think, in my opinion, is that you're trying to hide behind not doing what you're supposed to be doing when it comes to your health. Because if you got several bottles, that means 1, you're not taking them. 2, even if you are taking some, you're still not taking them properly, and you're just doing it to feel good, to be able to make yourself think that you're doing what you need to do for your health. And honestly, you're hiding behind a plastic bottle of vitamins. You've got to eat right. You've got to take the vitamins. You can't just keep purchasing them and saying, oh yeah, I take my vitamins, but there you go with 10s of the same vitamins because you're not taking them, but you're out here bragging to the world that you are taking care of your health when you're not. This is just a Band-Aid. That's all it is. So you have to ask yourself, why are you hiding behind that Band-Aid? What is stopping you from taking care of your health? Is it depression? Is it the fact that you really don't know how to take care of your health? Or is this just part of your emotional purchasing? Why are you buying something for your health that you're not using? Because deep down inside you, apparently you understood that your health needed these items, but you're not taking them. So you need to take a look at the reason why. And there goes that question. Why am I buying so many vitamins but not taking them when I know that I need to improve my health? What is the why behind why you're not taking them, but you're purchasing? So yes, good answer. Great answer. Why? Good answer, guys. Good answer. Okay, we're getting ready to almost wrap this up, guys. I want to ask you guys another question. What is something funny in your family that let's see here. Say, what is one funny thing your family did that you will not dare do now? Something. And I'm gonna tell you something. When I was younger and I was a teenager, my mama used to have plastic on her couch. Now, I haven't seen this happen in a while. I think I met one person since I've been an adult who still puts plastic on their couch. But I told myself, I don't care what's going on in my life. I don't care how much dirt is around me. I'm never buying a furniture that has to have a piece of plastic on for people to sit and slide and sweat. So that was something I promised that I would never do. Do y'all have anything like that that you told yourself you wouldn't do? Um, Like maybe you have parents that used to save jars. Maybe some washed the aluminum foil. Have you ever had a parent or a grandparent that literally washed aluminum foil? And that don't sound good, but I know older people from back in the day that literally wiped down and washed down the aluminum foil and reused it. And I do this one now. I do this one now. I didn't vow not to do it, but you might have, or you might have seen it. My mama would always have a special set of towels in the bathroom that were there for decoration, and you can't use them. You can't dry your hands on. You're not supposed to. Now that I'm an adult myself, I have the same set of towels in my bathroom for decoration that nobody better not use. I even have kitchen towels that I hang up. You can't use. They're only for decoration. My mama used to do that. I wasn't against it, so I'm doing it now, but there are people I know who wouldn't dare put towels up if you couldn't use them. They would say, well, what's the purpose in having them? But I really like the fact that they look very decorative. So I don't know if y'all can relate to that. So that's something. So we're going to do one more question, guys. Then we're going to close this live down. And I've had a great time with you all. So the next one is this. Let's say you're full. You're full. You've eaten. You've enjoyed your snacks. You've enjoyed your dinner. But thank you for the hearts, guys. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. A washing plastic spoon. Julia, I have to say, my parents did that, and I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty. I do find myself sometimes, because I live alone. I may use a fork or a spoon and I just rinse it off and sit it to the side and use it later on. I will do that. Now, I don't know if that's good or bad, but yeah, I do that right there. But guys, let's say you're full. You've already eaten, you had your snack, your desserts, or whatever, and now you go on Amazon and you start ordering more snacks. You just order more snacks when you don't even need them. Do you ask yourself why you order more snacks? You already got snacks in the house, and not only do you have snacks in the house, you have already eaten them. So you're full and you got more left. Do you ask yourself, why do you keep ordering snacks? Do you send them back when they come, or do you keep them? What would you guys say? Do you think you need to question that, or you just need to be comfortable and continue to order snacks? My mom had a car with plastic cover, like the couch that my grandmother had. We were sweating like dogs. Tia, I can relate to that. I kid you not. I remember my thighs used to get stuck to my mama's couch when I had on shorts. I had to pull myself up, literally put my hand underneath my thigh and pull my thigh up off the sofa. So yeah, it wasn't nice. But guys, let's see the answer to that one right there. What do we do with this snack? Do we keep it? What you guys say? Do we ask why we keep buying those snacks? Do we return it? Or do we keep it? Well, what I would say, we need to ask ourselves why. Why do we keep ordering these snacks? What's going on with us that we need that many snacks even once we have them, even when we're full? Okay, that's a question to ask yourself. Let's see here. So, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. And I'm going to see you guys here next week. But what I want y'all to do in the meantime is I want you to pay close attention to the purchases that you are making. Before you purchase it, I want you to take these 3 questions and I want you to think, if and when this thing comes, is it something that I might feel I will need to return? Is it something that I feel I have a reason to keep? Or even the mere thought of me deciding at this point to even think about purchasing it. Do I need to ask myself, why am I doing this? Am I doing this because when I was a kid, I didn't have a lot of things and I vowed when I grow up, I'm going to have everything? Are you trying to make up for lost time? Are you trying to make up for something you didn't have? And because you're trying to satisfy something in your past, maybe some form of trauma or having lack of, are you purchasing? Is you look in your bathroom? Do you have 15 or 20 bottles of perfume? Do you look in your closet and you have, every pair of Jordans that come out? When you look in your closet, do you have so many clothes that you have them in plastic bags and you can't fold them, you can't keep up with them? What is going on in your life that you are purchasing so many things that they're overflowing? My eyelash, I keep getting hair in my eye lately. That's crazy. And I have something in my eye, but we're going to finish this up. You ask yourself, why do you have so many bowls, pots? You just have a lot of stuff. Start to question yourself as to why. And look at it, look deep into it and say, am I going through something emotionally at this moment? Am I sad? Am I depressed? Do I have issues with my finances? Do I need to go seek some financial counseling? Ask yourself the questions. Because if that doorbell keeps ringing and every time you turn around, your house is full of Amazon packages and you're not even using a lot of this stuff, we need to do something about that. We need to do something about that because it's not just about spending the money. There's underlying emotions attached to that and reasons behind it. And that's the thing we're trying to do in this life, is to heal and get better and grow. Guys, I love you all. I appreciate y'all being patient with me. I had a problem signing on. I had to go find new equipment. I had a lot going on tonight and you guys stuck with me. And boy, do I appreciate it. I love you guys and good night. I'll see you 7:30 next Saturday. Now I got to figure out on this new item how to close out. So bear with me here. I love you guys.